secret location in Holland, and here we have a legend working on his bike, and this is Bear.
Beer. I'm Beer from Holland.
All right.
I write about the chopper scene. I'm a chopper guy, crazy about choppers. I build my own stuff, I build for other people, and I write about it. So that's.
But first time I heard about you, then I think you used the nickname Grizzly. Isn't that true?
True. Yeah. Because I didn't want people to know who I was. But then because I go everywhere, so a lot of people at the end knew that I was the rider. So then I changed it into a Beer, which is actually the name my own club friends gave me.
Okay.
And Beer is short for my last name, which is Berenpoot, and that means bear leg.
Bear
it's
leg,
a very
okay.
uncommon name in Holland.
Okay, then I know it.
Yep.
Finally.
Yes.
And this is your personal bike?
Yeah.
So how long have you had this?
Forever.
Forever?
The first bike I ever built was a hardtail, shovel head, and I went. What I do is normally I ride them for like 5-6 years, and then I'm tired of it and I build something else. So this one has changed over the years all the time, but it's the same bike actually on paper.
So if you take it from the front, what do we have there?
What do you mean this?
So the front wheel, what size?
23. That's also something I like myself.
23?
Yeah. I like 23 with a soft tail. Why? Because I think otherwise it's not a balance into the bike if you have that fender higher above your rear wheel.
Yeah.
So I always want the front wheel to look bigger, not smaller. But it's my personal thing. And then that wheel was the first 23 ever ordered outside the States, I think.
Okay.
And I paid a lot of money for it. And but most of this bike I made by hand myself. So that stabilizer, or what you would call it, the tweak bar, I made myself. And I made the frame used to be a soft tail frame, but I stretched and raked it and changed a lot about it. Even made my own swing arm. Made everything in line.
So in Holland, what is this called? You need a special title, or could you use the original?
No, this bike has chopper papers on it. I have been through the test in Holland with it, but in Holland it's only once you go through a test.
Once.
Yeah.
And the Evo is stuck, or you didn't?
The Evo, there's also a cool story. That was I wanted to have Evo, and I asked my American friends if I could buy one from them. They own the shop, and so I bought the motor there. But to avoid import cost and shipping cost, we took the whole motor apart, and there were 3 friends coming from the States, and they brought it in their hand luggage. And then my friend who worked at Harley Davidson, he put it back together again.
Good.
Yeah. And this is nice to tell, because what I do is here make everything in the same line. See, this to give a flow in the bike. And this paint was also a story. I saw this kind of paint and I asked my personal painter if he could do it. He said, no, it's something from the 70s, they never do it, they call it a pebble base coat. It's really not done anymore. I said, oh, well, then I want it. So
good.
He tried forever.
Yeah.
And it's great, I think.
And this you used all over Europe?
Yeah, I rode all over Europe with it. First with a shovel motor in it, but mostly with the Evo.
Yeah.
I rode a long time with a 4-speed gearbox, but now with a 5.
Okay.
I rode with the belts, but now with a primary. Yep. So I gone a little bit more for practical than looks. But yeah, this bike, it's a bike you can go everywhere on it. There's the gas tank is big enough to take to do like 160 kilometers a day, and, or a day for one stretch.
And behind you have your wife's bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I also
built for her directly, or?
Yeah. She, I was going to build a bike for her, and she asked. Of course, you know, women, they always talk about the color.
Yeah.
So the first thing was the color, and she had a bag of fruit juice on the table, and she said, "This is what I like." So that is what made us decide to go for this paint.
So it's the fruit juice bike,
Yeah. It's called actually the War Hippie.
the War Hippie.
That's also a story. You want to know it?
Yeah.
The War Hippie is. I was talking to my friend Goose, who unfortunately died. But he
Yeah.
was a member of the Outsiders, an outlaw club from Oregon.
Yeah.
And in the old days, I used to go and raid these hippie camps, just to go there and have sex
Really?
with the women and use all their drugs.
Yeah.
And then one day they came there, and there were guys. The hippies knew they were coming, and they were standing with shotguns and started shooting at them. So all the outsiders, they took their bikes and ran off, and they stopped some miles later, and
Yeah.
they said, "Whoa, fucking hell, man! There were no hippies, they are war hippies." So I thought it was such a good name. I thought,
Absolutely.
let's keep it for the bike.
And the same thing here. It's like special construction title then, or
Yeah, also tested completely by the law. The frame is actually L&L, so
Yeah.
you know who made it.
yeah. I can't mention the name. Somebody will kill me. But this extreme engraving.
Yeah, it's chemical engraving. Yeah, it's a nice way of doing it. It's with acids, and it's Charles Manson because of the name of the bike. So you have on one side you have the hippie sign with the flowers and all shit, and on the other side you have this crazy killer. So it's a war
yeah.
hippie. He's like the ultimate war hippie.
Does she get any comments on that, or?
Often, people laugh about it, and some people get mad.
Yeah, I could imagine. It's kind of
Yeah,
like people who use the shirt with Manson on it.
that's weird. That's for sure.
That's weird shit. I look beautiful. So was this put on directly, or have this bike progressed, changing along the years? Or this is how you made it from?
From the start, yeah.
Okay.
It had first a T-bar on it, and I
Yeah.
had tiller bars on it, but this is the best for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So this is also everything handmade by me, except for the front end. I traded it for a shock, a real shock of a Softail. So that was a good deal. And this thing handles like a dream. Really, it runs so smooth, and I think it's also because of the skinny rear tire.
It's really two road bikes. But if we go into where all the magic happens, it's a lot of shit here, but you saw how it turns out after a while.
Yeah. So this is, don't mind the mess, I always say. And
Yeah.
sometimes people say, oh, my place is messier, until they see my place. And they say, oh, yeah, you're right.
So this was a customer bike, or?
This is the boyfriend of my daughter.
All right.
Because both my daughter have choppers, and their boyfriends also.
But
So we have all.
you gave them the rules, or that just happened?
In this case, with this guy, he was never into it, but he became enthusiastic about after he saw us working on them and riding them.
Good.
He first had that one, that little brown bike there. It's a Yamaha 450,
Yeah.
and then that's what he rode with us all over Europe actually, and then he made this one with my help.
Yeah.
So I made the springer and I made the frame and the gas tank and stuff.
And the latest project.
Yeah, this is a 800 euro sports dry board from a fire, and I'm going to turn it into a chopper too. And by then, there's so much work to clean up that motor that I'm just going to keep it probably in this rusty effect if it's a chopper too.
Yeah. I love the seat.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you get some.
And this is a customer. They both have to do a lot of work on it.
Yep.
I already did the rake and stretch on this one, but I'm going to change the rear completely. And this one is going to turn it into a hardtail actually. And I traded this job for a bike that's inside.
Okay.
So he wanted me to completely rebuilt it, and then he gave me that bike in return. It's one of our members who lives in Spain.
How is it with like chrome here in Holland? Is it hard to do that nowadays
No,
with
it's
all
okay.
the?
Actually, I have an address now. I used to have one here close by, but it became more and more expensive.
Yeah.
Way too expensive actually.
Yeah.
And now I found one in the south of Holland, and that's a really nice price
Yeah.
still. So I do a lot of chroming there, and I have always a lot of things chrome because I like chrome.
Yeah. And this is.
This is a Softail, also with a 23-inch front wheel. And that seat is made by Karen. She's my favorite leather maker.
Yeah.
And then
Who make this?
EMD from France.
Oh, it's those guys.
So they make this and this one also,
Yeah.
knuckle style. And I stretched the frame like 10 centimeters.
Yep.
So we could have that 23 in here and still keep the motor level.
23 again.
Yeah, but the axle is not in it, but if we put in it, the front end will go in and then it will stay low. So this is, and this, I'm waiting for the paint. Made the seat also, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, this is going to be like a little bit of a Mexican style. It's going to have skinny fat bobs and stuff. Yeah.
SU carb.
No, it's not really, it's also fake.
Fake that too.
Everything's fake here.
Fake news.
Everything fake. I don't care. As long as it looks good. You know, and then this, yeah, this is just the top. This replaces the plastic cap actually.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool idea. You can, you know, maybe put something in there.
But this is not fake. This is history things.
Yeah.
And we take the motor first. What is this?
It's a 650 CB Honda. And it's a very nice motor actually. I didn't know it was so nice.
Yeah.
But you can film her. This is my niece.
Okay. She do all the.
Hartstikke goed. She has a newspaper clipping for me.
She will do all the scary scenes in this movie.
Kijk, they made a story of me in the newspaper.
Okay.
Dankjewel.
Most wanted.
Yeah.
But this really bring back memories.
Yeah. I will show this.
Did this just happen, or you? Is this a customer guy or bike?
Yeah. Well, he had a motor and he asked me. He bought the bike with that motor in it.
Yeah.
It was already a chopper, but it was really actually like a short, fat thing.
Yeah.
And he asked if I could make something nice of it. And I always wanted to do like a little bit of Denver,
Yeah.
Denver Mullins style.
Yes.
And so this is what I came up with. I also did the frame like a wishbone style.
And the painting is really early 70s.
Yeah, typical. It's
Yeah.
done by Chico from Germany.
Yeah,
And,
I know him. I met him.
It's
He's
a very
fantastic.
good painter, I think.
And
The
he was at
quality
Art
is-
and Wheels, I think.
Yeah, the quality is high class.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is that. So the next job is going to be lifting this thing into that. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but
So this will be for this summer of 25, or?
well, I'm going to take it to Italy in 2 weeks, so I have to finish it.
What?
before. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No sleep for 2 weeks.
No, we're going to manage. It's no problem.
Yeah.
It's easy.
And here, even more things.
Even more mess. So this is the bike I'm building for a customer in a so-called speed chopper style.
Yeah, I noticed Speed Shop. You use that many times. How did that come up, that kind of style?
I saw the bikes that Jeff Wright builds from Church of Choppers.
Okay.
I actually did a lot of contributions for Church of Choppers in my time, the old time blog. That was very cool.
Yeah.
And he himself builds like the ultimate speed choppers. He doesn't call them that, but I call them speed choppers because they have all these performance parts on them. And this is kind of a mix. This is influenced by him, but it really doesn't look like what he's building. But it's just the idea of having a chopper that has a traditional chopper look, but then still incorporate performance part. That's the idea.
So then the basic for a speed chop, if we start here with the neck.
Yeah,
What
the
would
speed
it-
choppers we build now are, most of them are high neck.
Yeah.
You know, if you buy one, if you build one with a low neck, it can also be a speed chopper as long as you have traditional chopper styling combined with performance parts. That in my eyes is a speed
Okay.
chopper. But a lot of people call the high neck speed chopper, and I think not. If it's a high neck, it's not a speed chopper. It's only a speed chopper when you got these parts on it. So like this makes it a speed chopper, for instance. This ass, this
Yeah.
race ass, and then we have like performance style wheels, and we have lightweight front end, and Olins inside, and we are going to have.
Oh, it's Olin's hiding?
Yeah, and we're going to have Olins in here, shocks also on it,
Okay.
and mid controls also, everything to make it faster. But also, I must admit, I'm always about looks.
Yeah.
So you know the performance, okay, it's nice, but it's not. I'm not the guy who wants to go faster, faster, faster. But it just goes with the style, and it's kind of. has a
So
cool-
60 style, you never tried that. You're more into like your own personal bike and this style.
My own personal bike is very much influenced by Jesse James,
Okay.
by his bikes, and that's because his bikes all. I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
and his choppers are all a little bit bigger, so that's
Yeah.
why I built that. We as a club make that kind of bike, lots of bikes like mine,
Yeah.
because yeah, it fits us.
Interesting. But this gas tank, how did it? What was the beginning of this?
It was the same gas tank as this one.
And you did all the work.
Yeah, I did make it longer, narrowed it narrow it here, make it the same width here, but then put this divider in between.
But I never seen you doing this much work like this. Is this the most you've ever done on a gas tank?
No, that gas tank of mine is also a lot of work, and also on Elser bike.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a lot of work. This one, not easy. This is was my most difficult. I'm still not sure if I think it's okay.
Yeah.
There's a little tent in here. But
And
we
you
always
said
say-
you do some drawings, or you don't just play by ear.
Here, you can see it here. It's like what I do is drawings like this. Oh, that's another speed chop I would like to build. That one on photo. That's actually what I wanted to make of my own bike, but I never did.
Yeah.
And that bike is the Dr. Pepper I built. And this, most people know that bike because I don't know. And 70s I like also.
I really like this. If you find one, I want one signed copy.
Of the drawing,
Yeah.
you can have it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you want to have it?
Absolutely. I put this in office.
I'll take it.
Wow.
So I take it up.
My retirement is now safe. Wow, let's see it. Cool. And we put the name afterwards and
Yep.
the date
Yeah.
in the
Awesome.
Twilight Zone. And here it's
Mesh.
mess, but
I
you,
ne-
you know where the mess is if you need some of the mess, so
I
to
never
speak.
throw anything away.
You never do that, okay.
So even from handlebars I make other handlebars.
Yeah.
And from pipes I make other pipes. If necessary. I can also use this for the pipes, but
Yeah.
sometimes I use that and
So if you clean up here, you will never find anything.
I think so. I have a lot of industrial stuff like this, you know,
Yeah.
for gas caps. Very nice.
So when you go in and work on a bike here, could you stay here for like 12 hours, or do you go in and out, or what's the progress if you're on a
I'm lazy.
okay, the lazy schedule, okay.
No,
No, but
no,
you have to work hard.
no, what I normally do, when I work hard.
Yeah.
For sure. But I never do more than 5-6 hours on one bike a day. Never more, never.
Oh. But you could have a variation of projects, work on a couple of different bikes at the same time, or?
Yeah, I work always on different bikes at the same time. But normally, when I wake up in the morning, I go after breakfast. I work on my books
Okay.
till lunch, and then after lunch I go in here and then I go on the bike. And if I'm into it, I go after dinner sometimes, but mostly only in the afternoon.
Yeah, we'll take a glance of number 9 book later on. And you got Mr. Indian Larry. Only met him once.
I never did. Yeah.
Skinny, small guy. I wonder who the hell it was, to be honest.
What is that? I don't know.
Whoops.
Oh ja, lag onder de auto. Ja, dankjewel. Ik liet het vallen, ja. Yeah, the things people gave to me. The idea first was to make this into a nice showroom style place.
It is a showroom, sir. It's definitely a showroom. Yeah.
So and then it
Hammer time.
Yeah.
And a dual seat here, yeah.
That came off
Old
this one.
school and new school.
That
Oh,
one
it will
came
be on
off.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and then I made this one in return.
And you said this is your daughter's.
Yeah. My daughter wanted to ride that brown bike that we showed you earlier, the Yamaha.
Yeah.
But the oil came out of the pipes, so
Okay.
I could trade this in, and then I just changed it a little bit. I thought I'd do one day of work and then she can ride it, but I spent like the whole week already on it.
Yeah.
So.
But it's only construction. Nobody could come here and ask for change my tire. You
No.
don't do that service?
No,
No.
only construction. Yeah.
Okay, Bear.
I also always say to people, I'm not a mechanic. I'm a smith, a blacksmith.
Smith. I totally agree. Thank you for this, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.